Welcome back to We Suck in D&D. This is the last episode of The Haunting at Chateau Clarkson. So once again, on top of the podcast being not safe for work, this particular episode will have depictions of horror and violence and gore. And if that is not your thing, well, just skip over this one. But stay tuned right after this for a last time on so you can keep up with the story. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a long time. To catch us all up, what happened last time, I'll just start from the very beginning because it's been even longer for Austin than the rest of us. You guys escaped the battle royale. You guys went back with Kelly Clarkson to her mansion, and then you saw somebody in the mansion walking around. You followed it upstairs, got stuck in a hallway with no way out, 3 doors on each side and a door at the end with 6 locks. You went to the first door, saw Ruby's dead sister. Went to a graveyard, summoned an undead army, escaped that, went to a cave. Schmurp was bit by a memory loss spider. Gavin gave him an anti-venom. After you guys went to the spider room, you went to a room where it was basically a boat and water. Ruby had to jump in, get a key, unlocked you guys, saved you guys from getting smashed. You fell into the ocean, found a submarine, ended up back in the hallway. Then Schmurp lost his memory of the common speech, so he couldn't speak. So from this point on, Schmurp hadn't been able to speak. You guys went into a room where there was a giant bird's nest, fought a giant bird, ended up back in the hallway. Then you went into a room, and it was a big, open, dark, foresty area. You got grabbed by some cultists. They...
Oh, yeah.
Put some sort of plant thing in your arm, Leaf.
Yep.
You guys got out of there, and you're back in the hallway now with 1 door left, 1 key left needed. Schmurp, your memory of common language has come back to you because ever since you took the anti-venoma and also had the venom in you, your body's been sort of doing this forget things, but remember something else, forget that thing, remember something else. So you're inside your body is some sort of battle of losing memories and gaining memories.
Okay, perfect, because I forgot what Schmurp sounds like.
He's kind of
Really
like a
happy.
really happy guy like this.
No.
Oh, okay, that's the one you want. Okay, yeah. Let's
Austin
do that
just
one.
forgot how to be happy.
It's called depression.
It has a name, Gavin.
Hey, Shrink, I forgot how to be happy.
Okay.
Shrink. Nice.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm
So-
from the 40s.
So you guys are the only
Pastime.
the only door left that is open is that one.
Well, you
That's
really
your-
forced our hand here, Christopher.
You guys have gone in every other door.
I'm going to make a new door.
Don't put it past us. We'll make a fucking door.
Yeah.
We'll spend
We'll
the
roll
next 2.5
for it.
hours making a fucking door.
All right, I'm pretty much done with this flipping place, guys. This stinking sucks.
Merp! You're speaking again.
Yeah, I think kind of remembered, but we'll see.
I'm Ruby. Do you remember my beautiful flaming face?
Little bit.
I
I've
missed your
you.
voice.
I don't remember you.
Oh.
Fucking
that's fine.
suck it.
I'm sure it'll come back to you. And
Yeah, I'm
Leaf
sure.
turns
You're
away
very-
and
you're very
wipes
memorable.
a tear.
Are you sure we've met?
Never you mind her, Schmurp.
I'm just gonna go in this room over here, okay?
Yeah, you
See
do
you
that
guys
for
later.
now.
Okay.
Leaf, you
She
walk
seems
into that
sad.
room.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, are you guys following?
No one gives a fuck about me in this hallway, apparently.
I'm going to, because
we-
Schmurp's a little guy, I'm going to just kind of grab him up under the armpits and just kind of swing around and go, Schmurp and Ruby and Schmurp, what will they do next? Nobody knows.
Should we follow Leaves? That's her
Yes.
name, right?
We can follow Leaves. We call her Leaves because she always leaves when everyone's having fun.
Oh.
Are you guys going in there with Leaf?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
So you guys walk into this room, which is basically like a kind of a dingy stone room with 3 messed up like beds. and they're kind of like worn out and gross. So as you enter this last room, you guys find yourselves, this is what I just said, but you guys find yourselves walking into a dimly lit room with 3 dingy beds against one wall. You all begin to feel extremely tired, and your feet shuffle towards each of the beds on kind of without your command. And your knees begin to buckle, and you 3 collapse onto the beds fast asleep, respectively. Like each one, you guys are all in each in one.
Not like a dog pile.
Yeah, no, you guys didn't fall in the same bed. You guys are all in each one of the beds. Before I continue this part, I want to ask you guys a question. So the next things that happen are memories. So you're welcome to stay in and listen to each person's memory, and basically we'll play it off as like afterwards at some point you guys will have told each other. Or you can take your headphones off and I can go through each one of your memories and you won't know what that other person dealt with. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going to take my headphones off.
Headphones off, yeah. More natural.
So this one's for Ruby. Ruby, you wake up first and you're standing with a wagon full of weapons behind you. You're flanked by your sister. This scene is familiar to you. And you hear, "Hey, so we got a deal or what?" You look over and see a mobster type with 2 large guards standing next to him, and he says, "You was just gonna stand there, or you gonna sells me my weapons?"
We're just jumping into this, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm assuming this is like a dream sequence that I'm in,
Yeah.
and part of me is like, how did I get here? I'm kind of remembering it, like it seems like, wait a minute, we've all done this before, but I can't really stop myself from making the next moves, you understand? Because I'm just playing through it. So I say, of course, but first we have to do pleasantries. It's just how I do business. And I reach out to shake the man's hand, and I say, "My name is Ruby Tuesday." What was my sister's name?
Sandy.
Sandy?
Yeah, Sandy.
Sandy Tuesday?
Yeah.
And this here is my lovely accomplice and sister, Sandy Tuesday. And go ahead.
Yeah, as you reach out, your sister says, "Ruby, you know Donovan. What are you talking about? You've been doing business with him for a while. You know what this is."
Oh.
And Donovan was actually reaching out because maybe he sort of just kind of forgot, since he's like a criminal and he does a lot of business with a lot of other people. Maybe he forgot kind of who you were, and he was reaching his hand out, and he says, "What the? Hey, who the fuck this lady thinks she is, and why does she think she could speak to me this way?" And then he kind of like looks at you and he says, "That name you said, why does that name sound familiar?" And Sandy looks at you. That name's Sandy. And Sandy looks at you and back at the mobster. And the mobster is sort of looking a little confused, and then he looks like he's figured it out, and he says, "Hold the fucking stone of far speech. I know who you are, you motherfucker." And he pulls out a crossbow and he points it at Sandy.
I already know what's going to happen. And everything in me wants to dive in front of that crossbow. But I know that I'm taken too far off guard, and she's too far to my right. And I freeze completely. And my hands catch on fire.
All right. So your hands catch on fire, and Sandy puts up her hands between both of you, and she's like, hold on.
Oh, wait.
And one of the mobster...
I'm getting ahead of this, aren't I?
No. You're fine.
Okay.
One of the mobster men walk over and look inside the wagon, and he looks back and says, "Hey, boss, looks like there's a bunch of explosive powder back here. I think they was gonna blow this shit up as soon as we left." And the Donovan, the mob boss, he looks back at his man, he looks back at you, and between you and your sister, and he says, "I should have known you and your family was gonna try to fuck us over, Ruby, you fucking bastard. Now we're gonna kill this entire town and make sure they know whose fucking fault it is." And he pulls the trigger, and the bolt releases from the crossbow, and as it does, it slides past some flint that's attached to the top of the crossbow, and the bolt ignites in flame as it flies past you. And your sister moves just fast enough for the bolt to fly past her as well. And it hits that wagon, and the wagon starts to go up in flames. You're shoved aside, and you hit the ground. And as you hit the ground, you look up to see that your sister Sandy had pushed you out of the way, and the wagon explodes. And you see her completely engulfed in flames, just like you remember before. And as the concussive force that you remember knocking you out shoves you across the ground and into some nearby barrels, only this time, you're not knocked out. In fact, you see Kelly walk into your vision, which is not something you remember. She reaches down and helps you up. You see that everything is frozen in place. The explosion, the mob boss holding the crossbow. And Kelly pulls you over to the mobster, and you see him holding an amulet in his hands, and his eyes are glowing a fiery red. And Kelly says, "Y'all see that amulet? That amulet allows the user to claim power over the underworld. Whoever uses it is allowed to a certain amount of control over parts of hell. That includes the demons there." Kelly takes you over to your sister, and you see within the flames there is what appears to be a portal with a demonic hand protruding out, grabbing her around the collar and pulling her towards the portal. And Kelly says, "He didn't kill her, Ruby. He wanted to punish you both more than that. He sent her to hell. We need that amulet. I could get her back if you could get it from him." Leaf, you are sitting in a chair in the kitchen that you remember being your childhood kitchen. You look over at the counter, and in the reflective glass of some kind of herb smoking paraphernalia, you see your own young, dirty, malnourished reflection in the other room. You hear a conversation. You hear,
"Nah, man, we agreed on a price. Don't try to lowball me, man."
He says, the voice says,
"I can't even buy a gram with this."
and then you hear another voice that says,
Fine. Fucking hippies.
and then you hear that same voice say,
"Whoa, man, not cool. How can you try to get a deal on another creature's life? Just pay what you agreed."
and then you hear that second voice say,
Ironic. Coming from the hippies selling their own child.
you hear footsteps near you, and you see your father come into the room holding a sack of money. He looks at you and he says,
"Leaf, come on now, man. Your new parents are here to get you."
you stand up and you head to the front door as you exit the house that you up until now called your home. You see two hulking massive figures standing in the yard, almost all the way shrouded by darkness. The full-grown giants before you reach down and pick you up, a young child halfling with one hand, and raise you to their face. The second giant walks over and says, "I wanted an orc, Chuck, not a halfling. I told you already, I do not want this one." The giant holding you rolls his eyes in frustration and says,
The orcs eat their own young when they don't want them, Sasha. The few people selling orc younglings were asking too much.
Sasha turns and starts walking towards the giant-sized wagon with dozens and dozens of regular-sized horses attached. She looks back over her shoulders and says, "You've always been a cheap bastard, Chuck." Chuck starts to walk the same way, and he says,
Let's try to teach this one to be a champion. If it doesn't succeed, we can sell and make some money, or maybe have a nice meal.
He opens a compartment near the bottom of the wagon that is small to him but normal size to you, and he puts you in and closes the door, and you hear a small locking sound. After a second of silence, the wagon starts moving. Tears start to well up in your eyes as you are carted off to your new home. You're thinking this whole time maybe that you're remembering this situation wrong, or maybe this is really what happened and you were remembering it wrong in waking life. But now you're certain things change as suddenly vines smash through the cart in all the spots. You hear screams as something terrible happens to your new parents, and a vine smashes into the door into your compartment, rips it off the wagon. Another one slithers in and wraps you up, yanking you from the wagon. You're carried up and up to the top of a massive dark tree covered in vines, and as you're lifted all the way to the top of the tree, held hundreds of feet in the air, you see the vines at the top start to form an angry, malicious face. And soon as that face forms, it looks at you and it says,
"You will serve me."
And your vision fades to white, and your memory is done. Schmerp, you are kneeling in a dark, damp cave, eating raw meat out of a makeshift bowl made from the skull of whatever you are eating. You realize you are conscious of your actions as you wash down a clump of meat with lukewarm water. You promptly reel back from your meal and throw it to the stony ground. You stand up and look around. You stand up and look around you, and you see an underground village, and you hear some kind of angry yelling. You look to your right, and you see a couple of mean-looking goblins walking towards you, shaking clubs and yelling in some language you don't understand. You look down, and you see the creature you were feasting on was one of their goblin kin. Putting two and two together, you realize that the goblins are both angry at you for your actions and threatened by you, and intend to strike you down. You turn and flee from the area, and as you head toward the first source of light that you see, as you approach the light, your mind is flooded with voices. You hear pleas for help and feel anxiety and fear that are mixed with your own feelings of anxiety and fear. And you run out of the cave and into a group of about 50 or so green humanoids that look like you. You hear a flood of questions and conversations. The more the voices talk, the more you start to hear a dominant thought take over everyone's conversation. Perhaps we have evolved from those goblins. Fear and anxiety and thoughts start to calm as the group comes to this conclusion. As you and the group move through the forest with no real goals yet, much debate ensues. So much so that members of the group start to separate into groups of their own. Groups of philosophers, scientists, and religious scholars form and continue debate as separate groups of engineers, various smiths, and medical professionals, and agricultural types move into their own group and start their own discussions. Just before the group really starts to separate, you hear two final thoughts spread through. The scholars agree and announce to the rest of the group that it is theorized that you have all evolved due to an increase of conscious density caused by a nameless, faceless deity, some kind that they are referring to as that which endures. It is assumed that this deity represents the immoral and all-encompassing power of entropy in an attempt to reconstruct the order of life itself. The most important thing is that the Verdan, the name that is decided for your race, gather as much information as possible so that they may, 1, succeed as a group, and 2, please the deity that has created them. The second message that is projected to the group is from the civilizers, as they call themselves. They announce that while they do accept the theory that their purpose is to gather information for their well-being and deity, it is also equally as important to build a society for themselves so that there is a safe place for the Verdan to compile information and keep it guarded. They announce that they will start this new civilization as their civilization, and there they will have food, shelter, medicine, and safety. It will be called Porkshire Ruins, as invaders will most likely not plan an assault on something that sounds as though it is already destroyed, and maps will depict the area as being in ruins. It is also decided that while this current form seems to be the default for your group, or for your race, adapting to fit in on your quest for knowledge may be the best, as your group goes through several decades of cognitive evolution in a matter of hours. These jobs and purposes are decided, and the factions split up to do as they seem fit to do. During this time of decision-making, Schmerp, you felt in your heart that you should be a gatherer of knowledge, as well as the Verdan who walked next to you, consequently becoming your most fond friend. A Verdan who decided to be called Reed. Reed looks at you and says, "Hey, Schmerp, I am feeling like I must gather information from other planets. How are you feeling?"
Oh, well, hey, Reed. I think I should too. I think it's important that we know exactly who we are. And perhaps the best way to do so is to experience many experiences.
I agree. I just feel like maybe there will be plenty of Verdan such as you and others who are gathering information here on Mondulia, and I should go to another planet, maybe one with a lot of water.
A lot of water?
Yeah. So I don't know for sure where all of our knowledge is coming from, but I understand that there may be a place full of humans.
Humans. They sound slightly boring.
I'm gonna go find out for sure, Schmerp, but I will definitely keep in contact with you any chance that I get.
Of course. Should we create a code word that maybe we can use with our limited telepathy?
Yes, if something were to go awry and we need each other's help, perhaps we should have some sort of code word, as you mentioned. What do you think?
I like the word beginning.
Beginning. I like it. Well, Schmerp, it has been so great to know you up until this point, and I will hope to see you soon, friend.
Good luck, Reed.
Good luck, Schmerp. You say your goodbyes, which goes something like, until our next quest for knowledge should bring us together again. And you head off on your own, making friends of your own, and being accepted into a heroic group calling themselves the Ruffians. You learn much from this group, but this is where your memories change. Like a film reel that has been damaged, your memory gets spotty, parts missing, images missing, sounds missing, parts with images but no sound, and vice versa. Sometimes just blank spots of your memory as your knowledge has been fading away. You look at your journal and you see that words are completely missing, incomplete sentences, pages gone. You look up from your book and you see a glowing orb of energy floating in front of you, and it says,
Schmerp, why do you lose the knowledge I created you to gather for me? I trusted you to gather information so that I may create a better world. And you allow some parasite into your soul to feast on your memories. I am disappointed, Schmerp. Tell me, did I make an error creating the Verdan? Should I end you all now and try again?
Surely I'm not knowledgeable to know whether you have made a mistake. May I ask how I can be better?
this deity in front of you, you suddenly know as being Itius, god of beginnings, birth, construct, and knowledge, an offspring of Gond, god of craft, and Agma, god of knowledge. This deity looks at you and says,
I took the most basic of beings on this planet, goblins, and I mixed you with various bits of genetic code from animals, which gave you the ability to gather knowledge and learn incredibly fast, provided a baseline of knowledge to start, and gave you the ability to blend with any race. Shmup, you know your only purpose is to gather knowledge, so that I may birth a new world that works better than this one. Shmup, you must find a way to remove the parasite that steals your knowledge. You can possibly venture to the holy mountain, guarded by a dragon. There and only there will I have enough power to remove the parasite, if all else fails.
all three of you wake up in the beds that you were in the room that you walked into. Ruby, your bed is scorched as if fire had damaged it. Leaf,
Weird.
your bed is covered in vines, seemingly overgrown the instant you laid down. And Schmurp, your bed is cleaned. The mattress is immaculate, and the frame is undamaged and polished. It shines like gold even through the darkness. You all look up and see on the ceiling the woman you originally saw in the hallway looking down at you, and she opens her mouth.
And now my bed is piss soaked.
She opens her mouth inhumanely wide and drops down towards you. And Leaf, just before landing on you, the vines from your bed whip up and impale her, and they raise and wrap around her limbs and individually just pull her apart. And it's so quick. And all the parts that were removed are dragged underneath the bed by the vines.
You know what?
Oh.
I think Leaf was she was cuddling Bulbasaur last night while we were all taking a nap.
Ruby, you look over to the corner of the room and you see Kelly curled up in the fetal position, cowering in the corner with her hands over her head.
Oh, the baby. And I stand up real fast and I run over there and I give her a big cuddle and I tell her everything's going to be all right. I don't know where you went. Where did you go?
She peeks up over her arms and she sees you three. She sees you and the other two. The other two are start to slowly stand up, and she starts to compose herself, and she says, What the fuck is going on here?
It's your house. I don't know. This is whole your thing.
Well, this isn't something I built and designed, Ruby. The door
Right.
the door to the room that you're in creaks open, and you see that the last key is in the keyhole of that door, and you all hear a faint ring from a stone of far speech.
What is that?
I'll be honest. I do not want to get off my bed knowing that there's like severed limbs underneath it. I feel like the second I step my foot off the bed, like the limb is gonna like grab my ankle.
Just do what I did when I was just a child. I would jump off of my bed. I would like get distance. Yeah, as if like my bed was in contact with like live electricity and I wasn't trying to get shocked. Don't ground
did the same
yourself.
thing.
Jump. Yeah, jump off your bed and like just in case something was gonna grab you.
Yeah, that way
Okay,
it'd have to really come out and scare me.
Yeah, tuck and roll.
All right, I'm leaping from my bed.
Okay.
So I have to roll for that?
No, you can just leap out of your bed.
No, don't
Okay.
jump. Don't roll. Just jump. You don't have to roll. It's not that high.
Yeah, I'd roll like a 1 and something does grab me. Like,
I was doing a play on words.
Schmurp just gets out of his very clean bed.
Okay.
What in order, like from left to right? Whose bed is what?
Ruby, yours was on the far left, the orange blanket. Leaf was in the middle, and Schmurp was on the far right.
Okay.
I was imagining myself in the orange bed.
I was imagining myself.
in the middle.
I was imagining myself on the right, on the red bed.
That's exactly how the order I was imagining you guys in.
That's weird.
Wow. It's good that we're all on the same page with that. Leaves.
Wait, what did you just call me?
I think he called you Leaves. That's your name, right?
No, Schmurp. No, it's
Okay.
At this point, I'm
Okey-dokey.
only in it for myself. I like that Schmurp is getting it wrong, and I like the way that it's hurting Leaf's feelings.
not. God.
Yeah, like I like Schmurp, but I love that he's always been a little bit naive. Or I've perceived him that way. I've always perceived him that way, but I don't think he is. I think he's sharper than he leads on. But no, I mean, not anymore. Now with the memories doing their comings and goings, I think he's pretty much how I always thought of him. All right, bye, Chris. This was fun, guys.
I'm just waiting for. I've already given you your prompt. I'm waiting for you guys to take action.
All right. I run around to the not quite the foot because I'm with Leaf on this one. Kind of like 4 or 5 feet to the foot of the center of the room, we'll call it. And I kind of just go, all right, crew. I've never called us a crew before.
I like it.
right?
I like it. I'm part of a crew.
You're part of a crew. Shall we wait? All right, everyone, including my beautiful past fiance. Were we engaged?
Ooh, that sounds complicated.
It's my on again, off again girlfriend.
Kind of like my memory.
Kind of like your memory. You have a very wow. This is all coming full circle. What the fuck are we doing?
There's a key in the door, and
All
the door
right,
is open.
Let's go through there because my sentence is not going anywhere.
Okay, so you guys go through the door and you grab the key on the way out, and you are back in this hallway with a key and the door at the end of the hallway. God damn.
And there's a giant dick in the room.
Oh, no,
Roll initiative.
Roll for initiative.
Whoa.
You guys handle the tip. I'll handle the balls.
Oh, God.
You're about to be
I cast
serviced.
Fondle.
I cast Mage Hand.
Okay, you guys are back in this hallway with the last key.
Well, I guess there's only one thing to do.
I think we should go through the last door. Do you guys think that's a good idea?
Oh, you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, I like to keep things open-ended.
I mean, now that one lady's dead, I don't really care at this point. But yeah, sure.
We don't know that she's dead, per se.
Okay.
Let's just do it. Why
Let's
not?
just fucking go for
Let's
it.
just do it. I mean, what's good? What's the worst that could happen?
And then I jump, and I do a jumping high five to Schmurp, and I go, let's do this.
I walk
The gang's all back together.
around them and just go for the door.
Okay, so you guys enter this last room, and that phone never stopped ringing, by the way. Or that, I should say, the Stone of Far Speech never stopped ringing. And you enter, can everyone see this room?
I can.
It's like a demon room.
So you enter this room, and you've got several statues lining a red carpet, and in the center of the room, at the end of the room, you see stone staircase leading up to a throne that is empty, and you have 3 windows on each side covered with curtains, and in the center of the room, you see a demonic summoning like symbols surrounding a podium on top of which has a black slate Stone of Far Speech with demonic runic symbols on the top, and it is ringing. I guess I should have read what I wrote down instead of just trying to describe the room. You see a room bathed in red light and a hellish portal open atop a small flight of stairs. At the far end, in the middle of the room, sits a Stone of Far Speech, and it rings. What looks like evil runes glow on the face of the stone, something you've never seen before. They read unknown.
All right. I don't think anyone should touch it.
It seems kind of scary.
It's a
The
bit.
door behind you slams closed and locks.
We know what.
Okay.
There's probably no harm in picking it up and answering it,
Should
right?
we just?
Can we like perceive anything else like about like the circle around it, like in the middle of the room or anything?
Sure, make
Do I have to do like Arcana or anything?
yeah. Why don't you do an Arcana check?
Oh, that would be. Doesn't matter if I have plus anything. I rolled a 3.
Okay. You don't know a lot about demonic, like black magic.
Okay. But I know it's black magic when I see it.
Yeah.
Guys, this is black magic.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sounds evil.
I am not a black magic woman.
Okay, you know what? I
Not
think
a black magic woman.
I think I'm just gonna go for it. I think I'm just gonna go and pick it up, see what's going on.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
So Schmurp, you pick up the Stone of Far
I
Speech.
step back.
You pick up the Stone of Far Speech and you push a button that, you push one of the runes that looks like maybe it would play out loud, and it's kind of on speaker. And this is what you hear.
We've been trying to reach you concerning your car's extended warranty. You should have received something in the mail about your car's extended warranty. Since we have not gotten a response, we are giving you a final courtesy call before we close out your file. Press 2 to be removed and put on our do not call list. Press 1 to speak with someone about possibly extending or reinstating.
Okay,
is there a 2?
It just, who has the car? I don't have a car. Whose car is this?
Did they say car?
What's a car?
Instead of car, pretend it said wagon.
Remember when we were doing that heist?
Yeah.
You do.
I'm sorry, I was just pretending. I'm sorry.
You don't remember much, Smurf. I know that you were trying to seem like you remembered. You weren't there for it, Smurf.
No, I know. I'm sorry.
I know. You're self-conscious about your memory loss, but you weren't there for this.
Thank you for understanding.
That's okay, Smurf. But now that you mention it, I feel like you might have been there. You know what I mean? Just your presence is that powerful.
Did you press one of the buttons?
Wow.
Yeah, he pressed 2. Whichever rune was 2.
Okay. You press.
Love this so much.
You press the glowing 2 on your stone, and the whole stone turns to dark sand in your hand, and it spills through your fingers to the ground.
I think I broke it.
Somebody steps through the portal saying, "Hey, welcome customers, and thank you for choosing Hell's Finest Insurance Company. What can..." And he stops mid-sentence as he reaches the bottom of the staircase. And Ruby, you see Donovan, the mobster crime lord that you last saw blowing up your sister, and more recently in your dream flashback. Mm-hmm. He looks back at you and says, "Oh, for the love of God. Here I am, finally making a killing, working as a villain, and you Heroes Guild... Here I am, finally making a killing as a villain for the Heroes Guild and using that position to scam people into buying insurance, and you, all people, have to show up and ruin everything." The guild.
Yeah, so I rolled a 23 on initiative.
You already rolled initiative?
Yeah. I'm not even going to fucking entertain this fucking guy with the conversation.
Right. Ruby pulls out his weapons, and Donovan starts to reach for his weapons, and he says, yeah, the guild warned me a group of heroes in air quotes.
Oh, is he doing air quotes?
Yeah.
You're so fucking cool, Don.
Would show up to
killing
stop
my
me.
sister and shit.
But if they'd have told me it was gonna be you, Ruby, I'd have told them to go fuck themselves. I'm not working with you. Heroes Guild be damned. I'm sending you to hell with your sister, bitch. Right, then he rolls initiative.
Oh, I'm so fucking scared right now, Donovan.
Donovan rolls a 12 initiative.
I rolled a 16.
Let me get my pad.
I don't even know. Do I add anything to that? What would I add?
Donovan, I'm sensing a very deep insecurity based from childhood trauma. Are you perhaps okay? Why is it important that you scam people?
Hey, I don't know who you are, little green guy, but if you're working with this guy, I'm gonna fuck you up too.
Hey, that's not nice.
Oh, well, like, super convenient. I don't like either of them, so, like, you and I should just be friends.
I mean, I ain't opposed to taking on some interns here.
Leaves.
Can I approach this person?
What the heck?
Sure. Roll
That's not my name.
Go ahead and roll a deception roll.
God.
I like that he knew you were deceiving him.
No, he's gonna roll insight.
God. Okay.
I like that Christopher knew that you were deceiving him.
Oh, fuck you, Christopher. If you fucking beat this, I'm gonna be mad.
What'd you roll?
23.
Nope, I don't beat it. So he buys that you hate them, and you walk up to him. But Ruby, you rolled a what for initiative?
23.
Okay. You're probably
I rolled initiative. I got 7.
Okay. Alexa, before you walk up, go ahead and roll initiative so that way whenever this happens, we can...
I did. I got a 16.
Okay, you're walking up to him, so go ahead and play that out while I'm writing this down.
I know what Donovan looks like, but for the listener, can you describe him?
Yes, so... Whereas Ruby is a red fire genasi who is pretty fit and handsome and dresses like a casual like surfer boy dude. Like he's pretty good looking and stylish. Donovan is a water genasi who is blue, wears a leather overcoat, but it's like unbuttoned down the middle, so you can see his muscles in the middle. He's got a gold chain with a cross on it, and he's pretty much what you would think someone you would have beef with in a hometown would be.
Right. He's a giant bag of shite, is what he's trying to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
Seems
picture
like a
a giant
scumbag.
blue Smurf that loves the Jersey Shore.
So Leaf, as you approach, he says, "I tell you what is your first job. Help me take out these schmucks, and then we'll get to work, and we'll be making bank. I promise you."
What did this guy roll as initiative?
He rolled 12, but we aren't. You're doing something, so we aren't in combat yet.
Oh, okay. Cool.
To hell with that, I rolled a 23. I'm trying to shoot this man in the face with an arrow right now.
So Ruby is currently pulling out his bow and arrow, but probably pausing a little bit because he doesn't necessarily know what you're up to. All he sees
the
are
bow's out at this point.
The bow is out.
By the way, let me draw where Donovan is. Donovan walked out. Oh, shoot. Oops. Donovan walked out of the portal on top of the staircase and is about this. Damn it. This area right here.
Okay. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you got it. I will help you take these guys out. I'll watch your back. You get on in there.
Which color were you? You're blue, right?
Leaves?
Leaves is fucking killing me.
I love when Shmurp says, "What the stinking heck?" That's my favorite thing.
I
Okay.
just feel like that name with the accent or like the voice you're doing is so amazing. That voice and then the voice of the crab that Gavin does are my two favorite voices, I think.
Okay, so Leaf, you're about that position.
Okay.
All right, so we're starting initiative now.
Why did I walk
Or
so
starting
far
fight.
away from him?
I don't know. Did you want to be closer, like here?
I sure do.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so you walk up by him and he says, "I don't really know why you gotta watch my back. They're all in front of us, but yeah, sure."
Cool. I'll be here.
Okay.
I just want to know, after we're done beating your ass, do I have to replace the phone or no?
That's the attitude, Smurf. That's the
Asking
attitude
the
I'm
real
looking
question.
He just smirks and pulls out his two short swords.
Ooh. Short swords for a big guy.
He says,
for. Your shite talking is fucking.
he's like, "Oh man, I can't. It's gonna feel so good to chop you motherfuckers up." All right, go ahead, Ruby. You're first.
Oh my.
All right.
He's so hurt.
Oh, actions, lights.
Where in the world are my
Cameras.
weapons?
Action. All right. So
Go to
I'm
actions.
going to
Leaf.
roll to hit with my longbow.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
14.
Yep, you hit.
Oh, perfect. All right, and I'm gonna roll 1d8 plus 3, 8.
Oh my god.
8. Okay, so you pull out, you knock an arrow, pull it back and let her rip, and it flies right over that podium and just hits him right in the shoulder for 8 damage. And he grunts a little bit, grabs it, rips it out, and throws it to the ground, and starts advancing toward you. And it's Leaf's turn.
All right. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what I even have.
So I actually went
Wouldn't
to
it have been
your.
hilarious if I would have tried to shoot at Leaf?
You're like, I'm going right between the eyes.
I actually went to your sheet earlier, and I equipped your great axe for you because you didn't have it equipped.
I mean, we shouldn't even be surprised by that at this point.
So on your actions, if you have all selected, you should see great axe and hand axe and javelin and. all
I
your
guess
shit.
we'll just do the great axe, I think.
Are you looking for something else?
I wasn't sure if I should use my wand, but I don't. He's like a guy from.
I
He
think
seems kind of.
you've used it while being here, and we haven't taken a long rest yet.
Yucky. Okay, great axe it is.
Okay.
All right. I take my great axe out and I want to try and chop this guy's fucking head off from behind.
Okay, go ahead and roll attack with advantage because he doesn't see you. What is it?
A 17. But did I put it
I mean,
in
that
17?
hits. Did you roll twice?
No, not yet.
You
Sorry.
want to roll again just to see if you get a nat 20?
No, 16.
Okay, so yeah, you hit. Go ahead and
You were
roll
gonna hit
damage.
him. Cool. 1d12 plus 2. Which one's the 12? This one. Oh yeah, 10.
10. Okay. Damn. Okay, so yeah, you pull out your great axe and you swing it down. He's not even looking, and you cleave into his back, and he yells out in shock and surprise and hurt, and he throws himself forward off of your axe and rolls. And so now he's about.
What's the yell of shock and surprise and hurt?
He's
What does
over
that
here.
sound like, Christopher?
He's just kind of. You hit him, and he's just kind of like, ah, fuck, and he rolls this way.
Oh,
And
Oh, man.
now it's his turn.
after everything we've been through.
He looks back at you and he's like, all right, motherfucker, just fucking wait. And he runs over to Ruby because Ruby's his like number one target, and he's gonna roll to hit Ruby with short sword.
He went a very far distance very
11.
quickly.
Does that hit you?
What?
11.
I'm stepping right out of the way of that one.
Okay. He swings at you and you sidestep him, and then he uses his other short sword and he swings again at you. 15.
Fucking barely.
Okay, so he comes over with a right and swings the sword down at you, sidestep it, and then he takes his other sword, pivots his body and swings it like a slashing motion. He catches you for 1 damage. He barely catches. Just as you said he barely catches you, he barely fucking damages you. So he just kind of
Got, like,
scratches
the-
across your chest.
Tip of your nipple. I need that same sound again, but more Schmurp-like.
And because he missed twice, he is pissed off, so he's going to use his action surge to attack you again.
Oh, what I did.
Fucking keep him coming, but so far all you've done is managed to arouse Schmerp over there.
10, right? 10 doesn't hit, right?
10 doesn't even touch me.
Shit. So he swings again, and you sidestep him again. And he's fucking furious. Schmerp, it's your turn.
Okay. Schmerp has his mace out, and he's just gonna roll to hit with
Okay.
the mace.
I want to
So-
believe it's like the can of mace.
Me too. Mace him, Schmerp.
right in the eyes.
It looks like a
Gavin,
regular mace, but then he just touches the top and he goes, Shh.
Gavin, from your movement, you're about right here now.
Alright.
Gavin,
you
at
just
first when
moving
you
around.
said that, I thought it was a can of mace, and he hits it, and then a fucking mace pops out of it.
It's fucking an Acme
Yeah.
item.
Okay. So Schmerp wants to move to the right. I got a 19, by the way.
The hit? Okay. So we're
Yeah.
on the right, right here?
Yeah, but I want to hit him as I'm running.
Okay, so you run past him and you swing. Okay. So you
Yeah.
hit, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I want to hit him right in the face.
Okay. I
If
mean,
I
you got
can.
19, so.
Okay. And then for damage, 6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hit him in the face, and his head jolts back, and his necklace flings up. And Ruby, you see as his head flings back, and the necklace flies up, that attached to the bottom of this cross is that amulet you saw in your memory. Because it kind of pulls out of his shirt as his head comes back.
I thought his shirt was like wide open.
It's like a
displaying his
V-neck.
muscles.
He's got it unbuttoned like a V-neck, but
Yeah, it's a
the
deep
necklace
V.
came down into a cross that sort of hit the bottom of that V, and
I
below
imagine
that
the
is
V
the amulet.
went to his like navel.
No, it goes right below his pecs. It's very
We're
sexy.
Aussies. We don't have navels.
You don't? Do they
No.
not?
No, we don't have belly buttons.
Oh, I thought it went to his. What are those hip dips?
Can I use 2-weapon fighting, like a bonus action?
Yeah. Do you have 2 weapons?
I do. I have another. I have a dagger.
Okay. Question for you before you do that: is your mace one-handed?
It doesn't say it's 2-handed.
Okay. It should say like light. Yeah,
It's-
simple. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it is one-handed. Okay.
Yeah, I thought so.
So
Okay,
go ahead.
Okay, so roll to hit. So he's gonna hit him, with the left in the face,
Yeah.
and then he's gonna try to stab him in the ear.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, to hit. 14.
Yeah, that hits. I should have made this
Okay.
guy harder.
And damage. 4.
4. Okay, so yeah, after you hit him in the face, and then you pivot and stab forward, and you stab him right in the ear, and pierce his ear, and he's like, "Ah, fuck!" and he swipes your hand away, and it is Ruby's turn.
He really only has one catchphrase.
I mean, not a lot can be said when you're in the heat of the moment.
I still think you're really insecure about something.
Speaking of the heat of the moment, where am I in relation to this man?
You are on the map. You're right. Like he's facing you.
He's facing me.
Yeah.
Where's Kelly?
Shame.
Kelly's the pink square down there.
Oh, interesting that you would use my color.
All right.
I didn't think about it.
It's fitting, isn't it? I would like to. I want to try something. I want to get up low on him. I want to get up low. I want to get low on him.
Okay.
And I saw that the amulet flew up. And what I want to do is I want to grab the amulet, right, on his neck. I don't want to take it off him though. I want to wrap it around the back of my head and catch myself on fire while I'm holding him.
So you want to put it
I want to tether myself to this man with the amulet.
Okay.
And light myself up.
Why
I
don't
thought
you
you were gonna
make...
strangle him from behind.
Let's see. What would be a good check for that? Let's do...
Dexterity? Strength?
Let's do
Acrobatics.
dexterity, and he's going to do strength because he's going to try to push you off. So you make a dexterity saving or dexterity throw, not a saving throw, just a regular dexterity check.
Alright. Dexterity. Dexterity. There we go. 15.
Oh my god, you barely get it. Okay, yeah, because he rolled a 14. So
Perfect.
he's fighting you, and you barely like shove past him, and you slip this amulet over your neck, and you start to feel this weird, burning demonic power coming out
Perfect.
of that
Because he's about to
amulet.
feel something very similar.
Okay.
I'm now going to catch myself on fire, but as I do that, I go, "You're about to actually feel what hell feels like, you fucking piece of shite."
Okay. So I can't remember what I had said for this.
A lot
This flame.
happened in that moment.
Yeah.
What did I had made rules for the fire.
I'm just watching everything from across the room.
What did you have to roll before for the fire?
What? For the fire?
Anything?
For the fire?
Yeah, to catch yourself on fire successfully. I remember you had rolled something on one of the episodes.
Oh, I can roll to hit if you want with it.
Oh yeah, roll the hit.
Alright.
Oh, I
12.
see. The hit DC is +6, so.
Right. It's a 12.
Oh, you match his armor class. So.
Oh, that's how he goes to the runner.
Yeah, so you get it.
Look at that. By the skin of my teeth. Alright, 2d8s.
Alright, go ahead.
8 again.
8. Okay.
And I hug him so close and tender.
Alright, so you slip that necklace on, you hug him and catch him on fire, and he takes 8 points of damage. And now you're both in like a ball of fire. Leaf.
I am not really sure what to do at this point because Gavin is so close to him that I wouldn't want to hit him.
Yeah, that's gonna
Don't
be a
crit
tough
fail.
thing.
Don't crit fail.
Yeah, exactly.
You're also so far away, you're gonna have to make a move action to get there. You're on the other end of the room, you're blue.
No, I know.
Okay.
Can I just like ready an action from here? Like, I feel like I'm so far away.
You could ready an action, or you can move and try something.
Like out of character, I just don't know what I would do. I'm not like a very Do I do that thing where like what you did in like junior high where like one person like pushes the other person and there's someone like on their hands and knees behind them and they like fall over? I don't know.
Well, careful because we're connected at the neck, so if he like goes flipping, he might snap
Ruby.
my neck or something. So I say. Okay,
I'm just not sure how to assist you.
So trying to kind of get an idea of what the situation is. I'm basically doing a stare down with him at this point. We're both on fire. I'm holding him. So could she roll advantage to hit since I've kind of got him
like chop his legs from behind or something? Maybe just slice his Achilles?
Sure, you can try. They're hugging, so their legs are close together.
Yeah, but if I'm just going like this way with a slice, I'm not going to touch Gavin.
Okay.
Slash Ruby.
Yeah. So you want to move up there?
Yeah, I want a cartwheel.
Okay. So you cartwheel over the. Actually, give me an acrobatics check.
Really?
You cartwheeled.
Okay. That's not like a acrobatic skill.
It's not going to be a high pass thing.
It's a pretty acrobatic skill.
God damn it! I got a 4. Wait, what's my acrobatics? I got a 6.
A 6. Okay.
You do a round off.
Yeah, you cartwheel, but you don't make it very far, and then you just run the rest of the way awkwardly.
I do one piss poor cartwheel, and then I like stand up and kind of like look embarrassed, and then I just shuffle over.
No one was
quickly.
even watching you, so it's fine.
Yeah, I was across the room behind this table. No one saw me. Yeah.
So you run around the podium, and now you're standing. So imagine Ruby is hugging Donovan from behind, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
from the front.
Front to front.
Facing.
We're just doing a stare down.
Why
I'm
would you
just
do it from
staring.
behind?
I thought
I'm
that's
just
what you did.
staring at him in the eyes, and I'm just burning.
So you're right
furiously.
here. They're hugging, and
Okay.
you've made it to this point, and you're sort of at his back.
I'm trying to go hand axe to the Achilles.
Okay, make a hit roll.
Oh God. 9.
No, you're not gonna do it.
I'm still really reeling from that cartwheel.
Yeah, so from all the fire, you swing down and in the spot where you think his legs are, and you just swing through some fire and chop into the ground.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'm just gonna be over here.
Okay, so he is going to try to cut you from, like, you've got him wrapped up. He's got his swords in his hands. He's going to try to bring his hands up and just start cutting into you, Ruby, like a sawing motion with his swords.
I welcome it at this point.
Oh my God, are you serious? He crit fails, so he drops the sword. So then he's going to grab the other one, and he's going to try to just start shoving it into your side, like point, starting from the point.
Oh, not handle first.
That's a 21.
That'll hit, yeah.
Okay. So he takes the other sword and kind of flips it around in his hand, and then jabs it into your side, and it pierces and hits one of your ribs, and it does 6 damage to you.
Whew. That's his best move yet.
And he is going to roll strength to break free from you. So go ahead and roll strength.
18.
23.
That crit fail really woke him up, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was that one short sword that was throwing him off balance.
So as he stabs you, you like flinch and look down, and he uses that opportunity to reach up with his now free hand that he dropped his sword out of, pull the necklace off your neck, and shove you back, and you stumble back. And
Can I do a dexterity saving throw to where he breaks free, but I keep the amulet?
You can try to reach up and grab the amulet as you go. Sure. Let me do it. It won't be a saving throw. It'll be a dexterity check, and I'll do a saving throw.
All right, 17.
Fuck, 6. So you reach up, you grab the amulet, and the chain snaps, and the amulet is coming off of his neck now, and he reaches out, and he's gonna make a sleight of hand check to see if he can grasp the other end of the chain. You make well, he rolled a 20, so he gets it. I mean, you could roll.
Nah, let him have it.
Okay, so you guys are both holding onto the chain, You guys are both holding on to the chain with one hand. He's got his short sword in one hand, and I think you're still holding your bow in the other hand. And it is Schmerp's turn.
I have limited telepathy, and I don't know if I actually have to, like...
You're thinking of the number 12.
I have limited telepathy. Okay. So I'm gonna do two things because I don't have to like roll for the telepathy. So first, I'm gonna roll. Schmerp's gonna try to hit him in the back of the leg.
Okay.
With his mace.
Okay. So roll the hit.
Yeah, roll to hit. 15.
Yeah, you got him.
Okay. Roll for
jacking this guy up.
Yeah, you guys are.
God
I should have made him.
dude.
I should have made him harder. I thought I was
roll
I was
for
matching
damage.
your level.
For damage, it's a 5.
Okay.
And while Schmerp is doing this, he wants to very loudly. He wants to put that recorded message. We are calling you about your car's extended warranty, and I want to put that in his mind, like as loud as it.
Wow.
So you smack him in the leg, and he starts to. He kind of like he's favoring that leg now. He leans to one side, and go ahead and roll a charisma check, and I'm going to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Charisma for that.
Yeah, for the putting the telepathy in his head to see if it affects him at all.
Okay, 15.
Okay, he rolled a 21. So you project that into his brain, and he looks back and he says, "Hey, you can't bullshit a motherfucker.
No one scams a scammer.
You can't scam a scammer." And then Ruby, it's your turn. You guys are, so imagine this, Ruby. Imagine sort of like the scene from the Harry Potter movie where Harry Potter was in a duel with Voldemort, and they were like both shooting something out of their wands, except instead of wands, you guys are both holding the chain, and in your other hand is a weapon. You have a bow, and he's got a short sword.
Right, and it's very difficult to shoot a bow.
Yeah, one-handed.
One-handed.
You could poke him with the arrow.
Let go.
So let go.
Stop it. Don't really know. I guess I could. No, I can only cast Produce Flame once. Well, I'll be damned. Oh no, that's. Wait, that's a cantrip?
Produce flame.
Produce Flame.
I think
at will.
But I think
Burning Hands.
Yes, but I think we had changed it because you were doing. Burning Hands is a spell. Produce Flame is a cantrip, but I think we had done something that way because we were using it wrong.
I will cast Burning Hands then.
Okay.
Wow, 3d6. Oh, it's literally like I'm going to shoot a... That's right, I did this to the spider.
Yeah.
I'm going to just... Hadouken! And just fucking hit him with a little flamethrower nonsense.
Okay, so I need to roll a Dex 14 save throw. Let me see. Rolling nice. Dexterity. Oh, I rolled a 13. Okay, roll damage.
Perfect. The dice are out. 6, that's it. 2 1s on that. 4 and 2 1s.
Alright, you cast you cast that cone of fire out, and it hits him for 6 damage. And he stumbles back, and he make a strength check.
Okay.
Oh.
Why did you say oh?
I'll tell you as soon as you roll.
Yeah, it's a bad oh. L7.
Well, he rolled a nat 20 plus 4. So he falls back, and he yanks, and that chain rips out of your hand. He's got the amulet back, and he falls down, and he's burning, and he's on his hands and knees right now, and
should have unclasped the necklace from behind him.
Leaf.
Damn.
It's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, Leaf. Should I have done that?
No, I said I should have done that while I was
I thought
behind
you were
him.
like judging me in the middle of this fight. I was
No.
Really? Someone was behind him.
I was thinking,
Okay,
like, man,
right.
if I wish I
Sorry.
would have known he was wearing that because I was literally standing behind him. I could have just, like, sleight of hand,
This is mine now.
took it off him.
So,
And you're powerless. Goodbye.
so Leaf, as you get ready to attack, actually, go ahead and attack. You go ahead and do your thing.
That sounds like you're setting me up.
No. I don't want to interject in the fight.
He's not on fire, is he?
He is currently on fire. Yes.
I was gonna tackle him, but never mind. He's the big yellow square?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try and chop at his legs now with my... Or...
He's on his hands and knees right now.
Yeah, fucking decapitate him.
Yeah. I'm gonna make his butt crack that much bigger.
Wait,
So.
you're swinging it at his lower spine?
Coming upward.
So she's gonna. Okay.
Decapitate him.
Roll the hit.
Ridiculous. That's not a d20. 16?
Yeah, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. What are you? D12 plus 2. 9.
9. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna do it. So you bring your axe down and you hit him, and he goes from being on his hands and knees to being prone. And you pull your axe out, and the flames go out, and he's not dead, but you can tell he's done with this fight. And Kelly walks up, and she reaches down and she grabs the amulet and rips it out of his hands, and she says, "Give me that, you piece of shit." And she grabs him by the collar and pulls him up to his knees. And she
Call him cocky. Call him a cocky piece of shit. I love it when you say that word.
"You cocky piece of shit." And she faces him towards you, Ruby, and she looks at you and says, "He's all yours, Ruby. I'll prepare the portal. We can get your sister." And she walks over the staircase and starts working that amulet. Do you want to finish?
Starts working that?
Do you want to finish this guy off, or?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
In the most delicious of ways.
So you are going to be able to do whatever you want here.
Oh.
Okay, but hold on. We're still a podcast that we could get in trouble, so let's.
And my friends help?
Sure. So the three of you
Oh.
walk like Schmurp.
Bang, bang. Hear you loud
Yeah.
and
You
clear.
walk up to him, standing over him,
Kind
and
of, yeah.
Schmurp and Leaf walk up to your side, and you guys are all looking down on him. He's sitting on the.
Schmurp's he's gonna transform, and he's gonna do the best to look like his dad. So yeah, I just imagine like he's just like kind of like a fat water genocide, and he has like this wife beater on, and he's like kind of balding.
And he has a gold chain.
Yeah, and he has a gold chain. And he's like, "You fucking nothing. You fucking nothing. You ain't never gonna make it in the crew."
Roll intimidation.
I need you to whisper in his ear, "I've always wanted to do this."
Oh my.
Roll intimidation. I want
Alright,
to see how much this affects him.
Okay. Because it's +9. It's 19.
Oh my God.
9?
Yeah, you say this to him. He looks up at you and he's like, "Why are you doing this, Pa?"
I've always wanted to do this.
Even though he's blue, you can still see the tears from his eyes come out,
I
and
love it.
he
I
looks
bet
down.
the salt hurts his burns.
He looks down at the ground, and his tears are dripping off his face to the ground. And he says,
Alexa, look at me. Don't grow a fucking conscience now.
He
Oh,
says,
okay.
"All I ever wanted to do was be the best for you, Pa. All I wanted to do was take the family business and be successful like you was."
Well, now you're about to get something really, really hard up your arse. So,
You should have been more like your brother. Fucking went to school, huh?
Alright,
Except you, and he says, "You said school was for chumps, Pa. You said it."
Yeah, and you a chump. That's right.
God, that's your next character, Austin. I'm telling you. That is the character you need to play.
All right, so I need some
too much
coordination
fun.
here. I need one person on either arm to kind of hoist him up into the air for me.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And I'm going to go ahead and place the immovable rod right on the ground underneath him.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness.
That's right.
Jesus
We're going to make a
Christ.
Dominic
May-
kebab.
Maybe. Okay.
You guys.
I'm on my tiptoes and I'm holding him up.
All right. So we've hoisted him. I'm going to place the immovable rod betwixt his legs, and I'm going to look at him, and I'm going to go, "Eyes up here, bud. Look at me. Look at me while I do this." and then I'm going to place it into the ground and press the button.
So right before you press the button, he looks at you and he fucking spits on your face.
Dexterity saving throw. Fuck it. You know what? No. Fuck him. I'm going to catch it in my mouth.
Oh, God.
And the camera goes to Kelly as we hear a shing. And she looks back and she's like, oh my God. And she goes back to opening up that portal. And Kelly walks up the stairs and to the portal, and she looks at the amulet and back at you, and she says, Ruby. Sorry, she's up here now.
Okay. I'm not purposefully ignoring her. I'm just kind of looking at my creation. I'm very upset. I don't like this guy.
Yeah, well, he's dead now.
Good. Well, I'm just really admiring what happened here.
Okay, Schmerp goes back to his regular self.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so you guys really did a number on this guy. So yeah, he's dead.
Perfect.
And you guys are all over there. You look up at Kelly, and she's looking back at you, waiting for you to look at her.
Yes, my love.
And she smiles, and then she starts to change, and she changes into a demonic-looking creature and says, thanks for helping me get control over the underworld once more, Ruby. That bitch Nefada thought she could give my power away to that mortal for her own benefit, huh? I bet she didn't expect me to use her own rookie recruit to get it back. The demon laughs a demonic laugh, and then the voice kind of changes, and he says, don't worry, Ruby. I didn't harm Kelly. I didn't even know where she is. I've never seen her outside of your sister's memories. I'll catch you later. Thanks again. And the demon turns and jumps into the portal. But before it closes, a woman falls out and lands on the ground. And the hand that pushed her out points at you and gives you a thumbs up and then goes back into the portal as it closes. And you see Sandy on the ground.
Sandy!
So Demon Kelly is gone, but Sandy is there on the staircase.
I do my best John Travolta impression, and I yell, Sandy! And I run towards her, and I hoist her up into the air.
And you put your Letterman's jacket around her?
Yeah.
She, when you go to hoist her up in the air, she hugs you, Ruby, and she's crying, and she says, so much pain. And then she passes out.
Aww.
And you hear a voice from the doorway, and you turn to see Herb standing there, and he's holding his wounds, and he says, leave? He says, how'd you guys get in my house? Where's Kelly? Who's
and
that?
Schmerp hears him say leave, and he goes, oh.
He says, who's that? And he points to Sandy. And let's just flash forward past all of this. We flash forward to you all sitting around Sandy, who is unconscious on a bed.
I didn't even get to hug my brother. Nothing.
During this flash forward, you caught up, or everything. He knows everything that's going on, all of the events that have unfolded the last couple days, and he informs you that he managed to escape the werewolf and the crazy person that were chasing him. He says, she probably hasn't been allowed to sleep in years, Ruby. Hell is a cruel place. I doubt she's going to wake up anytime soon. I can stay here and look after her for a while as she recovers. It sounds like you guys have some things you need to take care of.
Wait, hold on. Herb says this?
Yeah, that's Herb.
Okay, no offense, Herb, but like the last person I trusted with her sent her to hell, and then I trusted another person, it turned out to be a demon. So we're gonna have to do kind of like a test here.
Okay, yeah, whatever you need.
And I look over at Leaf and I go, can you ask him some extremely personal questions?
Yeah.
See if he passes the old vibe test.
What's something a sister would ask a brother? What's your favorite sexual position? I'm kidding.
Right. Yeah.
Oof.
All right. Herb.
Are you an only child?
What?
Don't answer that.
First question. What's your favorite color?
Oh, no, I like it.
My favorite color, as you know, it's always been like a opaque sort of steel, if that makes sense. Sort of like a polished steel.
I glance to both Ruby and Schmerp.
What is
All
that
right.
glance?
Next question. If you were a potato, how would you want to be prepared?
You know, you and I have had long discussions about this one, but if I was a potato, you know I'd want to be au gratin.
Oh, potatoes El gratin?
Gratin, yes.
Yes. Oh, man. That's a good one.
Wait, you said you've talked about this. You're acting like it's the first time you've heard it.
No, I was just thinking how much I love potatoes.
I mean,
I'm
also
from Wyersdale. We all love potatoes here.
This is sort of a trick question from you, Leaf, because I know that we've talked about this, and I also almost equally to au gratin, I like loaded mashed, so it's sort of like a tie between the two.
My favorite style is raw.
Just raw potato.
These are oddly specific answers.
What are our parents' names?
Our parents' names, yeah. Are you talking about our original parents?
The ones that we actually claim as parents. Oh no, you didn't have the same parents as me.
No,
Cut
I
that
was-
out.
yeah, I was
the
a-
shitty ones. What were their names?
This is the DM speaking. Did we ever decide what their names were?
I think it's your world, Christopher. We're just playing in it.
I know, but all right, hold on. So, if you're
Mary
talking,
Jane High.
if you're
and-
talking about our biological birth parents and not your parents, Chuck and Shasha,
Shasha.
our dad was named Rock Johnson Stone Shrub, and our mom was named Mary Jane Stone Shrub.
All right, last question. And your boyfriend's name is?
Well, yeah, I know I haven't caught you up, but my ex-boyfriend was Steve, but we separated. Yes, I know I didn't really get a chance to meet you, Ruby. I know that you were having some doubts about me and Kelly, but I don't swing that way, man.
All right, it's him.
So, yes.
Wait, I've got a foolproof way of doing this. Just figuring it out.
I know. Hold on.
Okay, roll, please.
We can catch up. We can catch up later. I know that you really liked Steve, but we just weren't compatible. You know how it goes.
All right, well, as far as I'm concerned, it's him.
All right. Well, I'm not convinced, and my sister's already been through hell, and I don't want to put her back through it. So I'm just going to do the old tried and true.
Okay.
You're gonna kiss him, huh?
No, what?
Oh, okay,
No.
never mind.
I don't want to rule anything out, but that wasn't what I had planned. No, I'm just going to ask him. Hey, are you really Herb Stone Shrub?
Yeah, I am.
All right, and I'm going to roll initiative,
Insight?
intuition,
I
insight.
didn't like
Yeah,
the way you said yeah.
yeah. I'm just going to see if he's lying.
Okay. What'd you roll?
A 13.
As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
All right, now somebody else ask him and roll higher than a 13.
You also have. I mean, don't forget you have inspiration. But I mean, I don't know if you want to use it on that. But
What did I get inspiration for?
I don't remember honestly. But
Done a lot of terrible things.
It's marked on your character sheet. So
I'm a good guy.
is someone else
sure.
asking that question or?
Wait, yeah. Does somebody else want to take a whack at it?
I mean,
No, I'm good.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, we trust you. It's not your sister, right?
Hey, listen.
No, it's not my sister.
I would go out there and fight with you guys, but I'm pretty fucked up from the werewolf and the other guy.
I forgot I'm a fucking lichen.
So I mean, you guys by all means do whatever you want. You're the ones that know your mission. I don't. But this is my house. I can have the hired help that I have help me take care of Sandy. And
Are we in your house still?
yeah, we're still
I
in
thought
the
we were
mansion.
in hell.
I didn't know where we were.
so-
We've been all kinds of places. It was.
So,
we fast
forward. Yeah, we fast
Not a
forwarded.
time.
We
We're
fast
not in
forward.
this.
Herb helped close the demon portal and reestablish the wards that had been basically shut down that were keeping this place safe in previously.
I want to take this moment to apologize to Leaf. Because I really, really fucked up. All this time I've been blowing you off for my supposed girlfriend, and boy, did I put my foot... What's the term? Did I...
Take one up the ass.
No, that was someone else. Basically, I looked like I got a little egg on my face, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
When my girlfriend turned out to be Satan. Was it always? Was she always Satan?
She was a demon. So the Kelly that you met at the...
It wasn't actually her.
It was never her. It was a demon.
Right, yeah, it was a demon the whole time. I could tell by the fact that she forgot she was a Southern Belle when I first ran into her. That should have been my big tip-off. But I didn't even... I was blinded by my own nostalgia. And I really, really am sorry. And if you'd have me back as your number 1 or 2 or whoever... Who's your number 1? Is it Herb?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well... If you'd have...
As far as family members go.
Sure. I just want to say I'm sorry.
Apology accepted. You know I can't stay mad at you.
Perfect. And then we jump in the air and we freeze frame high five to the song, I Want to Break Free.
I don't think there's been an episode for like the last 3 where we haven't sang that song in the episode.
Right.
Yeah, we have sang that a lot.
Who sings that? We should probably hit them up and be like, can we
Queen.
just...
Queen.
Is it Queen?
Yeah.
It is, wow.
Hello, Freddie Mercury. And so the 3 of you, after discussing your memories and also remembering that the real mission at hand before going and ending the Heroes Guild was to go and find the woman who can talk to the earth and the trees, the 3 of you decide what you're going to do next, and that is...
All right, where would we find this woman?
Woman?
No, the one that can
Wait,
talk
what
to
one?
earth and trees.
That's what we need to go find? Sorry, we've been so sidetracked.
Yeah, we've really gotten away from the main mission.
Yeah,
What were we supposed to be doing? Killing the Heroes Guild?
that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Herb says, you guys are looking for a woman that can talk to the earth and trees?
Supposedly.
Well, I ran into a shaman who can do that in Yosemite.
Oh, you're not gonna like pronounce it wrong, so it's not Yosemite?
That's what it is. It's Yosemite.
Yosemite?
No.
It's Yosemite.
I mean, if you guys say so, I'm pretty sure it's Yosemite.
It's Yosemite, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, maybe I'm just
I
an idiot.
I actually have heard a tale of that shaman. Mama say, mama sa, mama shaman.
I would, yeah, I heard that one too.
That's her name.
You guys, I mean, I don't know. I would start there, to be honest.
Mama Shay. That's her name.
Mama Shay.
Mama Shah, the Ma shaman.
Actually, it's like a 2-headed person. One's Mama Shay and one's Mama Shah.
The Ma shamans.
Yeah.
That's perfect. It is canon. You don't even have to put this in, but we can make it happen.
Sorry, Christopher. We've completely erased
No, that's
whatever
okay. I
character
didn't
you
have
had.
anything written past this episode.
Oh,
Perfect.
All right.
good. We really should brainstorm on these things
The
more
other
often.
one was going to be M. Night Shyamalan.
So with your new information on the woman who can talk to the earth and the trees, you all basically agree that that's going to be a good plan to pursue next, despite the memories and the quests that have been sort of set forth on those. Those can be put off till later. And you all lay down to rest in...
They're going to say live happily ever after.
No, you all lay down to rest in Herb's home, knowing that the following missions are going to be critical and tough. And So you all take a long
Yeah.
rest, you heal up,
That
you reset
one's
all
gonna
your
make a
spell
difference.
slots, and you're going to level up. Hey everybody, thanks for listening to that episode of Heroes Guild, episode 11. I think there's only going to be like 13 in the season, and we're just barely getting our audio under control. It's been a long battle with that, but hopefully that will help us in future recordings. But as far as the music in this episode, the story behind Her Smile, Defense Master System, Powershift, Escape and Live, Panic Attack, and Falling Lights, all written and produced by Dark Fantasy Studio and Nicolas Judy. Stay tuned right after this for a little end credit scene. Ma'am, I have an update on the traitor's whereabouts. Go on. It seems the traitors joined the Gygax Legends tournament. So, are they dead? No, ma'am. It seems they sort of won and then escaped with several others. They then proceeded to our villain Donovan's location. So, he killed them? No, ma'am. They killed him in a very gruesome manner. We have our top investigators hot on the trail, ma'am. Don't come back until you have them. Yes, ma'am.